Tô arrumando algumas coisas ali que estavam muito baixo. O volume. Eu vou começar, tá ligado? Modo normal, extremo. Não. O que você sempre faz? Mais realista e com. Mais realista é recomendado para jogadores que estão familiarizados com os hábitos básicos de combate e de sobrevivência no mundo de Come Delivery. Realmente não posso ir naquele não. Que eu não me lembro nada do jogo. Nada, zero. Zero, zero, zero. Como é que foi o ano novo? A próxima. Como é que foi o Natal de vocês? Não esqueceram de pegar o jogo grátis hoje, né? O jogo grátis hoje tá bom, cara. Tá bom pra caramba. Eu peguei já. Vou ver se trago. Botei até baixar já. Não sei se esse jogo é bom jogar no controle ou no teclado. Hum. A vida da armadura dele tava meio torta, né?
God bless.
Same to you.
Today's a scorcher.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good.
Caramba, cara, não tá espiado nada.
Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slug of bed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Depois que eu notei. Apareceu primeiro na segunda tela, depois apareceu na primeira tela. O carregamento. Ih, eu esqueci que o carregamento desse jogo é lento pra caramba. Nossa. O carregamento dele consta aquela barrinha, aquele círculo ali,
Fine state you're in
ficar
this
vermelho.
morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Cadê a legenda, cara? Ah, bugou. Não acredito, bugou.
Nothing much.
Ah, tá.
Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
So I'm learning to sword fight, and what of it? What harm does it do? At least I'll be able to defend myself.
God above, Hal. You know how your father will react when he finds out.
How? What's he gonna do? I'm doing nothing wrong, I just wanted to try it.
On your own head be it then. I can't stop you, and you can deal with your father on your own. Don't come looking to me for help.
Is father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was, and you know how his joints pain him.
Caramba,
He's too
cara.
proud
O
to
joguinho é bom.
complain, but he needs
Isso ali é
your
poeira
help,
que tá
Henry.
passando ali?
No.
Que é?
Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Invadindo perto da taverna, como sempre. Ah, mas para com isso. Isso não é justo com eles. Meus amigos não são bêbados. Eu não quero falar sobre isso.
Mother.
You're nearly a grown man, Hal. Father will pass the forge on to you one day soon. You've been courting that Bianca for months now. Why do you have to keep wasting your time with those two layabouts? They're nothing but trouble.
Eu botei, estou com fome? Não.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Tá, deixa eu café da manhã na mesa.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Ó, aqui começamos, ó. Inventário, levantar-se. Tem como pegar, não? Nossa. É interessante, cara. Chave do baú, chave da porta. Isso aqui é armadura, bagulhinho. Pro quê? Jogar. Ah, aqui é o bagulho da força, ó. Eu tô com. Legal, tá. Combate. Ó, tem vários combates, ó. Arma de. Arma de guerra. Quê? Arte da guerra, na verdade. Defesa, arco, combate desarmado, espada, machado, massa. Eu acho que eu vou. Se eu conseguir, eu acho que eu vou usar a massa com escudo, cara. Ó, nível coloque. Cara, tem muita habilidade, cara. Habilidade com. Habilidade de ler, ó. Afiar a espada. Fome. Skelly, que eu acho que é a cidade que ele tá. General, combate, crime, missões, diálogos, criar, apostar. Tá. Olha, ah, esse aqui é o mapa, ó. Ó, o mapinha é meio grande, tá ligado? Esse aqui é o meu boneco. Tá, interessante, interessante. Tá. Ah, onde é que tá o café da manhã? Tá. Não, já apertei inventário. Levantar. Uma coisa quando eu joguei esse jogo, eu percebia que ele voltou pra... Ele voltou. Levanta, cara. Né? Tá. Dá pra pegar essa maçã ali? Oh, dá pra pegar. Dá pra comer isso aqui? Ah, dá pra pegar. Eu não sei se tá pegando o barulho lá na sala, cara. As meninas não conseguem ver os bagulho baixo. Elas têm que aumentar o bagulho. Até não poder mais. Oh! Caramba, cara. Não, eu não podia ter descoberto isso aqui.
Could do with a bite to eat.
Não. Sem trapaça, sem trapaça. O joguinho é bom, não precisa trapacear, não. Como é que come? E é pra comer. Dá pra vir comer aqui, deixa eu ver. Comer da panela, soltar o prato. Cara, eu não sei qual que é o problema dessa guria, cara. Deu. Ah, isso aqui é queijo. Tá, deixa outro ali. Tá, mas não vai andar, não? A mãe dele. Onde é que é o baú? Tá, tem a cenoura. Nossa, não. Não quero pegar nada, não. Deixa aí. Isso aqui. Tá, tem mais queijo aqui. Maçã. Ah, aqui tá o baú. Gazu, eu não tenho gazu. Legal. Interessante. Foi pra cá. Onde eu achei a pedra de amolar? Onde? Ah, tá aqui a pedra de molar.
What's the matter with you, Henry? Didn't you hear me
Nossa,
calling?
cara. Vamos ver. Persuasão. Às vezes você poderá. Você pode simplesmente usar oratória, que é influência pela reputação que você tem naquele momento com a pessoa com quem está falando. Na Média, a posição real era criada, todas trágicas também vestidos. Você está justamente com sua reputação, pode fazer uma grande diferença na forma como as pessoas respondem a você. Entendi, você não pode estar sujo. Entendi. Se você parecer perigoso, as pessoas terão medo de confrontá-lo e é mais provável que lhe sejam atribuídos missões arriscadas. Tudo isso depende da sua força e da onde é que eu vi isso. Da sua força e do efeito dissuativo. É sua arma equipada, mas machado com machado de sangue em suas roupas também exige influência. Às vezes também conta com dinheiro para falar para você, só tem que estipular uma quantia convincente, subornando funcionando da sua mesma forma que compre. Interessante. Em casos especiais, você pode tentar qualquer outra habilidade, como equitação, por exemplo. Suas melhores características realmente levará vai fazer. É dinheiro, a quantidade que você tem que pagar. Entendi. Tá. Eu não sei o que o pai dele tem. Eu tenho que fazer uma coisa. Desculpa, eu queria dar uma olhada por aí. Eu não permiti que me dê ordens.
Sorry, Father. I was taking a stroll and lost track of time. Somehow I had a feeling I was seeing everything for the first time.
How, my boy?
Sucesso
Where
aí,
you
ó.
go to get some sense? Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh? That drunkard? That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure, I'll be happy to hear. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Tá, acho que eu entendi algumas coisas. Tem que ser pra falar com a Bianca. Peraí, posso? Ah, tá. Ah, é, tem estamina ali, ó. Ainda tem estamina pra esquiva, ou seja, eu não posso atacar direto, tá ligado? Tem que atacar, me afastar. Atacar, afastar, atacar, afastar. Bom, um deles que tem que falar com aquele cara ali. Eu até pensei em dar um soco nas galinhas, mas deixa assim. O trezinho tá bonitinho até, cara. Falar com os amigos dele que estão ali. Primeiro eu vou falar com o cara que tá aqui. Ué? Tá. Nossa, deu uma pequena travada. Ah, tá brincando com o machado. Ah, tá, ele tá aqui, ó. Já pegar o machado já.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Meu pai me pediu para pegar o dinheiro.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer, and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Your wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
You son of a
Pra
whore.
cá.
How
Nossa.
dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then. Goodbye.
Ah, tá brincando comigo. Vou ter... Ah, não. Tá, vamos ver. Gancho de mão mais forte para lento da cabeça. Tá. Direito, golpe de mão, direita no rosto. Chuta. O F chuta, caramba. Até ferrou, né? Trava em oponente, tab. Ah, não me diz. Shift desvia, tá bom. Shift fica mais fácil. Melhor que botar no Alt, tá ligado? Que levanta e segura a arma em defesa. Tá.
You get...
Eita pomba!
Toppertele.
Errei. Toma. Eita. Ei, caramba. Já tô sangrando já. Oh, onde é que eu apertei? Cara, é real, eu apertei pra esquivar. Toma. Caramba, cara, como é que faz isso? Então, tá, então.
Well landed. I'll slay you for that.
tentei levantar a guarda. Caramba, cara. Toma, safado. Nossa, tomei um chute. Eu quero chute mesmo? Caramba, eu vou acabar morrendo sim. Bomba, o chute não pegou não? Bomba, eu tô muito lento.
You're going to cry now.
Caramba.
Insolent whelp. God!
Como é que... Eita, tomei. Toma. Caramba, caí.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
Mother. Hey, my God.
Hihi. Ah, acho que eu fiz alguma coisa errada. Fiz pra caramba.
Hey, you! Don't move a muscle.
Segura G para... Opa! Aí ferrou.
Weak at the knees, have you?
Nossa, mas eu tomei uma facada. Tomei duas. Continue a recarregar, né? Qual deles? Um ou dois? Caramba, cara, tu morre, né? Ah, tá. Caramba, cara. Real, não esperava que ia ser tão difícil controlar, tá ligado? No controle, na lógica. Tá. Aqui é. Aqui não sei o que é. Aqui. Ah, ele tem pulo. Ah, aqui chama um cavalo, legal. Ah, vai no shield, legal. Tá, mas onde é que tá? Aqui corre. Eu comi alguma coisa.
Good health to you, Henry.
Tá, aqui chama o cavalo e corre. Tá bom. Ah, cara, provavelmente é mais fácil jogar no controle. Fala que se for pra agora.
What do you want?
My father's.
Tá.
If that's the way you want it, I'll tell father you won't pay, and you can tell him what you told me.
And don't come back.
Caramba, cara. Tem que jogar um martelo. Parece que vou dar uma explorada. Ela tá contando quanto pronto. Interessante. Um machado aqui. Eu acho que eu não posso entrar aqui não. Ah, não, posso sim.
God save you, Henry.
Adult save? Adult... Não sei o que quer dizer isso. Você não ficará mais livre do que isso. Interessante. Cara, eu nunca explorei esse jogo antes, tá ligado? Oh, tem um ancinho aqui, ó. Legal. Não sei o que é isso aqui. Um lockpick fácil. Será que eu não tenho lockpick então, né? Eita. Ainda bem que eu não apertei A ali.
Get the best right here.
All that grows in the ground. Fresh. Come right up.
Teria que falar com os amigos dele, né?
Delicate velvet, beautiful and functional.
Ou essa aqui é a guria. E agora eu não me lembro mais. Eu tive que jogar no teclado.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Fala, meu bom, como é que tá? Comecei este jogo esses dias e tô curtindo. Cara, eu já tomei uma tunda já. É um joguinho bem legal, mas já tomei uma tunda.
Your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts, traitors.
Now even the
Eu curti ele pra caramba.
I'm with you, Matthew. What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and
É difícil? Sim, difícil mesmo, sim.
and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil.
Pior que eu curti ele pra caramba, sério.
Which is the rightful pope? The
Só que, né?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true though.
Eu tenho que me acostumar sobre como atacar.
Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Ratzik is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deed will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Kuttenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more
O jogo é
pleasant
muito bom.
things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
Too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house. You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, How? Are you with us?
Alright, I'll do it. But then you have
Eu estou fazendo coisa errada, né? Coisa errada.
Kunesh owes money to father and doesn't want to pay. I tried talking to him, but he wouldn't listen. I need more than words to get coin out of him, and I can't handle it on my own.
No problem. We'll back you up. Just as soon as we're done plastering Deutsch's house.
I'll be happy to sort out that drunken oaf.
Alright. Let's go while Deutsch is still sitting safely in the tavern.
Vai aqui? Vai até a casa do alemão. Que parte tu tá no jogo?
How are you, Henry? So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? The Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go and lure her away somehow.
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Caramba, tem que convencer a mulher a sair dali. Nossa.
What do you want, lad?
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Cara, nunca foi tão fácil chamar pessoas na frente da casa. Nossa.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbigniew? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Nossa.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Pior que eu não entendi o sistema de combate, tá ligado? Só faz coisa errada aí no começo. Nossa. Eu já tô muito no erro. Nossa, já tomei. Tá bem no começo ainda, sim. Eita, já tomei. Vê se você pega o jeito. Eu não entendi as setinhas ali, ó, que estão ali, ó. Ela tomou. Tomou um chute na bunda.
For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Damn, let's go!
Eita, corre. O lado que você vai bater neles. Mas eu não entendi como é que troca, tá ligado? O lado. Pera aí. Entendi. Uhum.
Greetings, Henry.
Next thing, it's dead calm.
Mouse e o controle, como se fosse mudar a câmera. Acho que entendi. Pelo que eu vi é bem meio complicadinho. Mas parece ser bem interessante também.
Sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't
Tá usando o
stand
mouse
a
teclado?
chance.
Sim.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point.
Tô usando o
It's not
mouse
as
e
if anyone
teclado.
really likes the Deutsch.
I need a hand with Kunesh.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then.
Tá, pera aí. Vamos à obra, mas o que eles vão fazer agora?
Kunesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
Eu posso pegar um machado? Mas cadê ele? Eita. Ah, tá aqui.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catch pole?
Just try it, you old drunk.
God damn!
I'll slay you for that.
Acho que eu entendi ali. Ele só tomou um soco na nuca do outro.
Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand?
Aí, finalmente. Caramba, precisei da ajuda de todo mundo ali pra você derrubar o maluco, cara. Já que eu tô aqui, vamos olhar tudo que tem aqui, né? Boa, conquistou, aprendeu um pouco. Boa, aprendeu um pouco. Vai ali na aula de esgrima, tá? Já tá ativa essa quest? Diárias. Onde é que tá a quest missão da aula de esgrima? Ah, aqui. Aula de esgrima B. Vamos nela.
God save you, Henry.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
It was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance. I have to leave. So, are you ready to get stuck in?
Yes.
Vixe, tô vendo que já vou tomar outro.
On the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Né, já vou tomar outro sacode. Ah, eu sei que se agacha. Ah, dá pra nocautear. Interessante. Caramba, mas o maluco vai caminhando bem devagarinho, cara. Eu tenho que caminhar, parar, caminhar, parar. Acho que não é muito bom. Acho que não é muito bom fazer isso não. Acho que vai bugar o jogo se fizer isso. Né?
Can we get started?
Podemos começar? Podemos.
We can.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Como é que pegava a espada mesmo?
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Peraí.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability.
Tem que meio que mexer aqui.
Never repeat yourself.
Mas só quando eu tô perto que dá pra fazer aquilo ali.
Good. Now you're getting it. All right. Nice. Good.
Ah, eu tinha atacado da posição que ele disse.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Fine. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. Good, good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another. Very good. Good. Very good.
Tá. Acabou?
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience, believe me.
Na aula de esgrima foi só isso? Caramba, cara. Cadê a espada de madeira? Oh, dá pra ver os pés. O mais legal é que ele desliza, né? Ele não... Ele meio que não caminha. Pague cruzeta no castelo. Compre cerveja no na taverna? Pra quê? Tá aqui é o bagulho do carvão. Vamos lá no D. Não lembro que tem que fazer no D não. Na verdade nem sei o que tem que fazer no D. Nossa, a estamina já era, né? Ué?
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
O alemão está acusando o rei no castelo. Caralho! Caramba!
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzig, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Não, da cruzeta nunca foi tão fácil. Comprar uma cerveja na taverna. Será que a aula de esgrima deve fazer de novo ou não? Não, não dá. Os malucos não estão nem aqui, ó. Não tá nem mais aqui também. Tá.
God be with you.
Comprar uma cerveja na taverna.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Just ale.
What else could I expect from a village lout? What will it be then? Ragamuffin?
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Don't worry, dearest. This evening I'll see you right.
Oh, Hal, I do hope so.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vaniak?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Sabier Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Pinga selvagem. Tá bom. Eu escolhi. Pinga da salvação. Ah, tá brincando com a memory card do jogo. Tá bom, deixa assim. Pinga da salvação. Essa é muito boa, cara. Ah, não. Pinga da salvação. Muito bom.
Good health to you. God be with you.
Preciso de 10 carvão. Uhum. Pera aí, ver se meu cesto tá vazio? Pera aí, já... Como é que esvazia o cesto? Não, esses 9 aqui não precisa não. Tá. XP chinchar.
Can we do something about the price?
Naturally.
E aí a pior parte que eu nunca consegui. Uhum. Tem chinchar funciona em 2 sentidos. Quero você queria comprar mais barato ou vender mais caro. Esse é o valor que você... Uhum. Uhum. Tá. Tá, mas eu quero... Você não tem dinheiro suficiente. Como é que eu quero pechinchar com o maluco, então? Só tô com 0 de dinheiro.
I'm finished. This is going nowhere.
Beleza, eu tô sem dinheiro. Como é que eu vou pegar e comprar o bagulho? Ah.
God be
Pera, os itens que eu peguei do bêbado foi o martelo, né? Martelo e machado. Vou vender um queijinho.
Let's have a word about the price.
Naturally.
Machado, martelo e pregos. Esqueci dos pregos. Tá, pera aí, mas pra cima é mais caro, mas pra baixo é mais caro? Ah, então pra baixo é mais caro?
Good day, Henry.
Pra cima é mais caro. Pra cima é mais caro? Parece ser mais barato. Tipo, pra baixo tá dando. Parece que tá dando mais dinheiro. Ah. Você tá negociando a venda. Então pra cima é o mais caro. Interessante. Acho que nem precisa. Não, uma moeda extra. Precisa só de 10. Sim.
Here, with a little something on top for a good measure.
Well now, thank you very much. Good luck then.
Cadê o... Peraí. Carvão.
Can we do something about the price?
Aye?
Só de 10 carvão. Ah, agora pra baixo diminui o preço. Vê se diminui.
We agreed?
That's not enough.
Não é o bastante. Caramba. Meio termo?
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Ah, foi. Caramba, então tá. Mosquito, cara, que isso? Dá pra dizer que eu dei uma entendida do valor ali que tu falou. Não foi aquela, uau, entendi pra caramba, mas... Dei uma entendida.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here in the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
That's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Caramba, cara. Eu acho que fazer uma espada precisa mais do que aquele que eles mostraram, não é? Você não tem a chave. Ei, que legal. Ah, esse bloco aqui. Eu esqueci que tá pedindo a missão. E pegar a peça para Teresa. Que peça? Bem escrito, bem grande. Pegar para Teresa.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how.
Caramba, cara.
Learning his trade will serve him better.
Não sei se ele ajudou muito.
Perhaps.
Talvez.
Who knows what the future holds for each of us? I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish then.
Agora não sei se ele ofendeu o moleque ali ou não.
Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
They certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Ispan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Nossa. E agora?
Listen to me, Hal. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Caramba, o maluco morreu mal ali.
Quickly! We have to close the gates! Move! Come on, we're closing! Move it, people! Come on! We're running out of time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates! Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Get through the gates!
Nossa, o que esse maluco vai fazer? Nossa.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run!
Me vi a frase run, Forrest, run.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them! Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
não lembro se eu tenho que fugir a cavalo agora. Pô, não é isso mesmo. Caramba, estamina já era, né? Como é que eu chamo o cavalo? Isso aqui é por ali? Eu acho que não. Com certeza não. Corre, corre.
You pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Minä jobban vergőt, annál rosszabb lesz, te ribont!
Eita, morri. Como é? Ih, morri mesmo. Caramba. Mas tomei ali legal agora. Não, não, continua não, cara. Como é que puxa a espada, cara? Não, não é isso aqui. Espada já tá comigo. Q, não, é T. F. Não. Como é que puxa a espada? Sabe? Não. Ih, eu não sei puxar a espada. Errou. G, V, C, C abaixo. X. A X é o cavalo.
Pigs! Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
Jó kisfalat! Ne feszénj, te szafka! Most...
Sobe no cavalo. Ih, ferrou. Como é que sobe no cavalo? Eita, tomei. F1. Não, 1. Caramba, eu tomei muito ali agora. Porque eu não subi no cavalo. É 1. Ah. É o espaço. A espada. Beleza. É X no cavalo. Ué, eu apertei. Ah, eu apertei E, foi tipo o baú do cavalo. É complicado.
Don't touch me, or I'll kill you! Go to hell, you Tatar beast!
É X no cavalo? Valeu. Caramba, cara. Eu tô sendo caçado ainda, impressão minha. Nossa. Fiquei prendendo no meio da fuga, nossa. Tem que correr no meio da fuga, né? Porque, nossa, eu tomei um rodeão ali. Ai, eu tô com sangramento. Tô ouvindo uns barulhos.
Left. Talmberg is to the left, along the stream.
Agora não sei se é por aqui ou pelo outro lado. Nossa. Coitado do cavalo. Acho que nem dá pra me olhar pra trás, senão o cavalo começa a virar, não é? Ver. Nossa! Ferrou de vez. Aguenta aí, cavalinho. Ah, vou tomar uma frechada agora.
Go! They'll kill you all!
Caramba, ferrou.
Warn the others! They tore it!
Isso, se mete na frente, vai. Eu tô usando pinico na cabeça. Não. O cavalo tá com uma frecha?
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ!
Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
É sua perna mesmo. Caramba, parecia muito estar com a frecha na cabeça do cavalo. Uma hora ali. Olha lá, se pegar de um ângulo parece que o cavalo tá com uma frecha, não é o cara.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that? I don't know.
Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
Have you idlers nothing better to do? Get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Aquele copo é feito pra não cair, né?
Sir.
Não cair não, não virar, né?
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Caramba, não adianta. Esse jogo é muito bom. Tá louco. Fala com o senhor Roborts. Abart? Não. Nossa. Mente bugou. Caramba, já deu 1h30, cara. Incrível. Tá caminhando bem.
What the?
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who...
Ele tá com sono? É isso?
I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great...
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, my lady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh, God. Eat. Food.
Peguei comida pro lanche da noite, né? Mal começou a dormir, já deu cutscene.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it. if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected.
The
day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. A fellow by the name of Kunesh owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunesh had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunesh still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one
Borghetti_Jardim agora está seguindo.
even though it almost cost me.
Valeu, meu bom, ajuda pra caramba.
After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror.
Boa noite, meu bom, como é que está?
It will
Tudo
haunt
suave?
me for the rest of my life.
Feliz Natal. Feliz Natal pra vocês também. Pra ti também, pra vocês que estão na live. Valeu.
Terrible. How could something
Conta de novo.
happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me.
Obrigado.
And my husband either. Although in comparison to the
Também.
horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Probislavitz and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old.
Caramba, quanta coisa,
All
cara.
of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed
ela é
I
uma
was
viúva.
destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all.
Tá, pera aí, ele ainda
At
tá
least
vivo
we
ou ele
were in the
morreu?
city. There was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back!
Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Primeira coisa que eu notei. Notei não, porque eu não entendi muito bem, tá ligado? Foi... o cara morreu ou ele tá vivo e... deitado na cama? Agora já deve ter morrido, né? Mas... não entendi muito bem essa parte. Que ele... voltou e... não entendi. Real, não entendi. Pelo que eu entendi, ele voltou e tava meio... doente pra caramba, tá ligado?
You could hide out somewhere until he came in, so we wouldn't have time to join forces.
Prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and is getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get there, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Farewell.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to Ratai now.
Caramba, cara. Não vai poder sair do castelo.
Men, tonight we'll have triple...
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid! And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Tá, o que tem que fazer agora? Vigiar as mulheres. Tá certo. Vigiar a muralha. Mula. Tá, deixa assim. Já os muros. Né? Será que eu não posso entrar? É aqui mesmo. Nossa, volta. Ah não, até aqui eu posso. Não posso abrir isso aqui. Posso. E tem aqui. Ah, brecha só. Não quero brecha não. Esse daqui antes que alguém me veja. Não. Já que ele não viu, né? Se os olhos não vê, o coração não sente. Provavelmente que eles não vê eu roubando. Não vou poder ser acusado de ladrão. A porta aqui não pode ser aberta. Eu me lembro, acho que aqui também é um lugar que eu não posso entrar, não é? É.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Ainda bem que eu não entrei, cara. Ia dar muita coisa errada. Pra onde? Nossa. Ah, mas acho que é pra lá, né? Eu tô indo do lado contrário. Ó, a fadiga pegando. Tá, pera aí, eu dei a volta pra cair ali, tá certo. É pra cá. Eu dei toda a volta pra cair ali no buraco. Não.
Sweet Jesus. We're gonna hit them like skeletons.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king. And here in Talmberg, divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Caramba, cara, aconteceu muita coisa. Posso entrar aqui? Vamos ver, diária. Opcional, pega um cavalo no estábulo. Caramba, pegar o cavalo no estábulo é opcional? Eu posso entrar aqui? Posso. Cadê o maluco pra falar com... Ah, tá aqui.
Slaughters all.
They won't come back. Why would they? We'll stay here overnight.
God be with you.
Safe side and go back to the fields tomorrow.
But tomorrow morning, all our heads will be on spikes.
Is there someone here who trades in goods?
Mano, mercador.
Whatever is your man? He's the local dealer, a skinny fellow. I saw him by the granary. He'll buy anything that has any value, and he'd sell you his own granny, if he hadn't already sold her long since.
What do you think about Sigismund withdrawing?
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone says how clever Sir Divish is and all that, but it was a dangerous situation. That Sigismund is awful, unpredictable. He abducts the king, raids towns, brings foreign mercenaries into the heart of our country. God alone knows what he'll get up to next.
May the Lord watch over you.
God be with you.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more,
Nossa, cara, muita coisa, cara.
could help King Wenceslas's allies.
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Gutenberg, well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair, him and Wenceslas's cousin Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Because it's a fertile place with full granaries that could feed Sigismund's troops?
That's not it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took
Pegaram o jogo de graça hoje lá na Epic.
the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed two birds.
O joguinho de graça lá da Epic tá bom.
He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
So Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad. But
Nossa, fracassado.
You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Where did these Cumans come from, anyway?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth
O
much.
que é esse carro?
And believe me, it's always about power and money.
Por sinal, pega o cavalo, sai do castelo. Quem é esses antes que... Ah tá, essa é a missão principal. Tá, eu sei como sair daqui. Que é bem simples, na verdade. É só vir pra cá e pular por aqui. Sair correndo. Eu jurei que é cogumelo aqui, cara. Não sei porquê. E por aí de noite, né? Ah, não posso abrir essa porta. Estranho. Assim, ó. Ah, fecha a porta, tá. Só acho que vou dar uma paradinha aqui que eu tenho que fazer umas coisas ali. Não, mas tem mais. O quê? Como é que eu uso isso aqui? Ah, assim. Jogo salvo. E amanhã tem mais. Daí eu só vou resolver uns problemas ali. Amanhã eu volto. Obrigado por ficar conversando na live. Forte abraço, um bom descanso e até amanhã. E um Feliz Natal a todos. Obrigado. Valeu. Até amanhã.